Welcome back, or welcome in if you're a first-time listener, to Capper's Cave. I'm your host, Lorenzo de Costa. This is free picks and shit on Capper's Cave, brought to you by Intellect Sports. We have NFL Week 15 and College Week 16, or Championship Week best bets. And we have with us here the one, the only, Locksmith Larry, or Larry the Locksmith, whichever you prefer. He doesn't mind either way. How goes it? Hey, man, I'm here. About as jolly as John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt, man. Really? That's pretty jolly, then, I'd say. I mean, that song is right. It's a pretty jolly kid song, isn't it? And I think it only has... Does it only have one verse in it? Is it just one freaking verse? I'm in the wrong business. I'm in the wrong business. Yeah, man, you can say that again. So you're good, though. You're jolly mood. You know, 'tis the season, right? 'Tis the season for beers and cheers and a whole lot of tears. See? There's a song right there. A country song, probably, right? It sounds like a good country song. But again, no tears if you're winning. And we are. Hit over 70% last week and rolling. Would have been 80-something if it wasn't for the fucking App State game. 1 point. I hate that. 1 point. One point. It happens, though. Gambling. It happens. But we're rolling good into March Madness, coming in hot. We like it. Coming in hot. Okay, so if there is a March Madness, could be May Madness, but we'll see. So get the app, Capper's Cave, on the iPhone app, App Store, Google Play. Get plays on the NBA now, college b-ball, and much more to come, obviously, with hockey coming up, and who knows when every other sport's going to start, but they'll be coming in. So listen, though, we might have some good news here. We do. We may continue our show after the Super Bowl. We usually do preseason through Super Bowl, a couple of shows a week. This week, it's only been one just because COVID and things have been weird. We have to watch games a little closely. You know, even this week, there's already games. They're canceled. Every week, they've got something. But we've had some good feedback, had some good growth. So we might do another Thursday show for when NBA starts kicking in their Thursday night games. And also for the Saturday games for college basketball. We shall see. I hope you're going to join me there, Locksmith? What are you doing? Oh, he's not going to say anything. He's doing the money sign with his fingers. Yeah. So you know what? With that, we won't see you then. No, man, shut the front door, man. I'll be here. Good. With that, let's get into some quick news, and then we'll get to our picks. I think we got 4 of each this week. Maybe 5 of one. Yeah, 4. We're always around 7 or 8. We give you. We'll see. Coastal Carolina again. I gotta talk about them every week. Or Kakalaki. They win again. Didn't cover, but still made us dough on the other end with Troy. One of our best bets last week. I mean, this is what happens in sports gaming. When you can concentrate on just a couple of teams, research, watch, bet, your numbers will be positive for that team. Betting on and betting against. We might have another play here. Or a small lean. We'll see. Finally, some good matchups this week. We do. In college football, we got some. Because it is championship week, we're going to get some better games, right? I mean, we'll see what sticks, who plays, who doesn't. There is some good Friday night action. Thursday night already got canceled. We got Bama, Florida coming up. Clemson, Notre Dame for the rematch. Got a good play here. So listen in. Ohio State, Northwestern, Big Ten champ, MAC championship. That's a big one. Yeah, Buffalo. Come on, Buffalo and Ball State. No, I guess not. Oregon, USC, but that's been changed around due to I forget who it was. Washington had to bail out. But we got some goodies. Either or. We got some goodies. Got some good action. What else happened in college football last week? Florida got waxed by LSU. Well, not waxed, but the Tigers do suck this year, so they got beat, and that just killed any chance for them to get in. Bama rolls again, so that was a nice play, but nice play by you there, Locksmith. I will give it to you this time. I mean, you must be getting hot. Are you getting hot this time of year? Yeah, man. Hell yeah. But Bama, they're just straight covering, taking names. Like, it was a nice play here, but not much else we can talk about in college, can we? Well, you could talk about my dogs, man. No, probably not. Why? Georgia Bulldogs, they're like 8th in the country right now. No chance at a playoff. Don't play anybody this week. Why? We have nothing to talk about. Man, tease the season and shit, man. Yeah, shit is right. Shit is right. And this isn't a Georgia Bulldogs podcast. Sorry, sir. We're moving on. Moving on. Some NFL. Do I need to mention? Do I need to do a Mr. MVP? Mr. Buffalo? Mr. My Pube Stash Man Crush? Yes, Mr. Allen and the Buffalo Bills put on a show against that team up in Pittsburgh. Right? Yeah, man, just amazes every game, man. Your team's rolling. I won't talk shit. I can't. And bows are hot right now. And you know what the Swami always says, man? He says nobody circles the wagons like them Buffalo Bills. And look, like they're the only team right now that can compete with my homie gang in KC. I'm in full agreement with you here. Not just because I am a fan, but I won't dig in too much. But they're playing hot right now. But you know what? We can talk about them because they are one of the best in the league right now, so it's okay. We do have a play here, so listen up. I may be going against my team. We'll see. It was 2 good national games last week. Again, we just talked about one, Pittsburgh, Buffalo. But the Ravens-Browns Monday night, what a shootout. Exciting. We didn't have a play, but we had the over on the app. Killed it. I think we had it the first half. But a great game. You know, we were giving Browns praise last week, mostly because of their offense. We're seeing how explosive they can be. But they got so many holes on the defensive backfield, don't they? And Lamar and those wheels. So fun to watch when he's on his game. Now they have to go play Minshew. I think at home, yeah. Minshew and the boys. Large spread. Might have a play here. Jets. With another nice loss. And I'll say nice loss because that golden trophy in Clemson is looking pretty tasty. I could just see the executives in New York just watching the game. Darnold gets an interception. And they're probably like, what are they doing? They're like, oh, darn it. Like pumping their fist in their pocket. I can see it. But buyer beware. Always got to beware of these quarterbacks. There's a lot of good talent out there. And also the Jags. The Jags are right on your tail. So don't be winning any more games. We'll see how that all plays out. All right, with that being said, if you don't have anything more, let's get into our college football pick. First up on the slate, Nebraska Cornhuskers at Huckers. That would be a good one. Fucking Cornhucker. That sounds bad. It sounds like a bad name you want to call anybody. At Rutgers. Getting 6.5 at home. Over under sitting at 55. Nice Friday night action in the Big Ten. Pair of teams looking to close the season on a bright note, right? I think it's safe to say there's more to take here on the Scarlet Knights this season. Greg Schiano, his first season back, has been pretty competitive. Wins at Maryland, Purdue, took Michigan to OT. Last year, they only had 2 wins. I think they should be primed to get their 4th here. Also, this will be the only home win this season. What better way to end on a bright note? No home wins. You don't see that often. It's not likely in any league. Nebraska, on the other hand, had another disappointing season with this Martinez guy at the helm. This guy's been like in Heisman talks since he's been in the league, but he doesn't come to play every year. In fact, Christian McCaffrey's little brother was his backup. He's been in and out. It's all time this year. Martinez, the whole organization, thought this guy had NFL talent. And his hopes, he can't be high for this game. I wouldn't be surprised if they give Mickey McCaffrey some playtime here. Even if not, we're still, they can't be too pumped to take the big trip to New York, New Jersey, wherever the fuck Rutgers is. Where is it? It's in New Brunswick, Maine, New Jersey. Wow, Larry, that was fast. How did you knew that pretty quick. Moving on, though. Thanks, Locksmith. Big trip, no motivation. Martinez, NFL hopes he won't showcase in this game, no matter how well he plays. He knows it. Rutgers 4-1 ATS in the last 5 Friday games. 4-1 ATS in their last 5 in December. Expect Schiano to eke out a close one here and to end his first season back on a good note. Rutgers plus 6.5. Lock it up. Let's get to our next big game. Alabama at Florida. Well, neutral, sorry. ACC Championship. Gators getting 17. It seems right off on the board. It seems like a lot, doesn't it? All right, so no play here. We did want to talk about it because it's such a big game. Just some tidbits, little bitty ditty tidbits. Okay. The Crimson Tide are obviously a tough team to step in front of and bet against. They are. As their offense, talented, maybe the best offensive team they've ever had. The defense is a little more than respectable, and they've beaten the hell out of every team this year. Well, they've been big favorites too, and they're still beating them up, covering 8-2 against the spread on the year. Gators just lost at home to LSU. They were probably looking ahead, but they were 24-point favorites and likely crushed their playoff hopes now. Listen, talented Mr. Trask, yes, we love him. Florida, if you watch them, Florida can't run the ball. And it's going to be tough to have success against Alabama when your offense is just one-dimensional. I mean, Florida's defense is also soft. And they've been, again, if you watch them, they're just allergic to tackling. But no bet here. We want to take the Gators because the points are so hard. They're so high, and this is really their only chance to save their season, but they're not going to make it to the playoffs, even with a win. But something says here to stay the fuck away. But how could you can't deny Bama right now. They're covering, they're winning, but they're already in. You know, a loss here really won't hurt them. Well, let's move on. What do you got for us? I know you got some. I know there was an SEC pick there. Are you taking this game? I hope you're not taking this game because we just said we weren't. But who are you grabbing?
The boy said, my name's Johnny, and it might be a sin.
Larry, you there? Excuse me. Yeah, man, just going through some stuff. I'm gonna take I'm gonna go to the A&M game versus the Volunteers, man. Whoa. Where you? You're going back to a team that just beat you recently. I hope. Man, that shit don't get me. Man, let me do my pick. Sorry. Let me do my pick. All right. We'll talk about it after. We'll talk about it after. Yeah, man, I'm going back against a team. I talk mad shit about them Volunteers off a nice win, kinda. Not really, it was Vanderbilt. But a disappointing season, man, yes, maybe, actually, of course. They would love to end the season on a dime, but not against this hot team, man. Old Jimbo cooking up some jambalaya. In Texas. Sure is, man. It's a hot team. This team's hot. And they're looking for a playoff spot, man. And I have to prove it here, man, with a big win. They're going to have to win big if they're going to get in, man. I mean, them Aggies, man, they 4-0 ATS last 4 on the road. 6-0 ATS last 6 road games versus a team with a losing record. 5-1 ATS versus a team with a losing record. Man, Jimbo wins big, man, 48-24. I do like this. I will admit, I do like this. But all I'm saying, don't enter a bet with anger or desperation. Never works. Anger is stupidity's little brother. I mean, just stop, breathe, dissolve the fear, and make the bet. Really, though, I do like this with what's at stake for A&M, but I'm leaning under as well here on this game. I mean, you should see A&M, they'll open the playbook and go big here. Must impress. Right? I'm sorry, we like the over. But on the other side, the Vols have nothing to lose and should open things up as well. Got to see what they got. Might as well. Season's over. Let's just play hot. Open it up. You're going to have to keep up with this A&M offense. Which this turns into faster play, more turnovers, thus more points. Now, that being said, the spoiler here, it's a tough spot for the line. If it goes over two TDs, I'm out. It's at 14 right now, over-under sitting at 51.5. If it goes over that, I'm out. But we're putting it on the board right now at 14. I'll do that for you. We'll put it on the board at 14 and take the over 51.5. Oh, big game. Big rematch. Clemson Tigers at the Fighting Irish. Irish getting 11 right now? Man. Big game. This could cause problems with the playoff selection committee. Think about it. Notre Dame wins. Do you allow the Tigers a bid with 2 losses? But 2 losses to the same team. You can't, can you? But we all know they need to be there. Yeah, tough spot. Man, but I'd love to see this, though, man. It'd shake up some shit for that committee, man. I love seeing them all messed up, man. I think everybody assumes the win here, right, for Clemson, as they played an OT game without Lawrence. But we don't think so. Think about it. Let's think about it. Let's go back to that game. Notre Dame rolled up 500 plus yards, held Clemson to 34 rushing yards. Both of those factors had nothing to do with Lawrence. So, Notre Dame, we think will score early and often. Yes. Notre Dame gave up 40 points to a backup quarterback. But this guy's pretty good. But how much more offense is Lawrence really going to provide? I mean, it's 40 points. Maybe another touchdown or 2. But that's it. I think Clemson wins. High-scoring game played in the 40s. But winning probably about by a touchdown. I love Notre Dame here to cover. Don't forget, Clemson has not been good against the spread all year, going 4-6. And the Irish have been good. 6-0 ATS versus the team with the winning record. 5-1 in the last 6 games on grass. 5-1 in the last 6 on a neutral site. Let's take Notre Dame again. Plus the 11 points. The NFL. Couple of nice Saturday plays for you, which I believe we're going to give one now to the early game, and then one will be on the app. Buffalo Bills, Denver Broncos. I got the 4:30 game and Saturday. Broncos sitting at 6.5. Seems to be lowering. It's been back and forth, but it's lowering. Over-under sitting at 50. This early game feels like playoff football. Well, not with Denver, but we like the Broncos here. I know that it's so tough for me to even say. Yes, I know, my team, my man crush, but we talked about this last week. This lateral bias, if that's a fucking thing. I know my team. I watch them, study them. I have man crushes. And this is a good spot for the Broncos. Broncos win? Probably not. But we think in a close game. This is going to be a close game. Little letdown here, of course, for the hot team in Buffalo. Kind of a short week after this big Sunday night win against Pittsburgh. Now travel west to the thin air of Denver. Cold night. It won't be easy to get used to. We think they come out slow. The offense sputters. Allen probably later on realizes in the game, oh shit, we're losing. I got this. Makes a great last-minute drive, wins by 4 points. We cover that simple. Again, remember, Denver's not playing bad ball right now. What a nice one in Carolina. This Lock guy, he's coming around. Can I call him that? Is that okay? Does that offend you? Just call him Drew Lock, man. That'll work. Will do. Just want to make sure there's no plagiarism or copyright infringements. Didn't know if Lock guy, quote-unquote Lock guy, was one of them that you go by. I know you're all big time now, so I want to make sure that wasn't it. Yeah, man, my peeps, they do call me that, so yeah, man, just knock that shit off. Peeps? You have peeps? What is that, like your entourage? You call them peeps? Maybe, man. I'm pretty, like you said, man, I'm pretty hot shit right now. We really like Drew Lock. Ballin'. Still have a slim shot for the playoffs. And now they have an opportunity to knock off one of the best teams in the league, if not the best. Did I say it? I know. I'm going against my Bills, but, I gotta.
The Bills make me wanna shout. Kick your heels up and shout. Throw your hands up and shout. Throw your head back and shout. Come on now, the Bills.
Remember, this is not a bet for them. Sorry.
Stand up now, come on and shout.
Now, any research done here, you'll find the Bills dominate this matchup and have since 2007. 6-0 ATS. And these are even years that they were horrible. All the recent ATS trends are for Buffalo against Denver. The public is all over this, hovering around 76%, I think. Is that what it is? Excuse me. That says money. That says money to me. Yeah, money for the other side. Another reason we like this when the public's all over it. I mean, you'll find a lot of cases to go against the public, of course. Wait, though, the spread's going to jump around a little bit. I mean, I would love for it to hit 7, but I've seen it hit 6 in some places. You can still get it at 6.5. But, again, take the home points. We like it. I mean, Buff wins 23-19. With that being said, we got a small lean on the under here. I think more than a lean. Just with the way the Bills' D has stepped up in the last couple games. I mean, they're going back to their 2018-2019 form. As they were a top 5 D and still had a lot of the same guys. I mean, we like some luck. But I think he's going to struggle with this defense. And again, we think a little hangover, thin air, will cool down this hot Buffalo offense. Take the under 15.5. We like it. We like it. We lock it up. We lock it up. I would like to say, man, but going against your hot team, man, that's tough, man. I'm just surprised mostly. Yeah, well, money makes the world go around, right? And that's the lateral bias shit that we're talking about. This works too for me both ways. It's a win-win for me after the game, and for those that bet on their own team or bet against them. They lose, I win. They win, I'm happy, unless I put a large, if I put one large on it or something. But I won't. Again, lock it up. Broncos, plus 6.5. Under the 50.5. Going right back to my old man crush. Yep, Minshew, back. And that's about all I got. Minshew's back. He's back. Playing against Baltimore. Baltimore minus 14 points, over under sitting at 47.5. Listen, this is a good chance for Minshew to get back and showcase his skills. He didn't last game when they put him in late. He just moves the ball. But he has to. The team has nothing to lose. The players are fighting for spots, contracts, their career. There's no better way to showcase than against a good team. For some reason, I don't know why, they just won't commit to Minshew. They haven't. But yet, even with the wins and the close games, but we can't, and it's probably because of the no wins, but we can't blame him. I think we could blame the coach for completely derailing, dumping players. But again, there's still some bright notes. They have been competitive this year. At Minnesota, took them to OT, lost to Green Bay by 4, Cleveland by 2, Houston by 2. Listen, we know the organization doesn't want to win at this point. And they're probably not going to beat out the Jets. But I think it's up to the players on the field. I mean, yeah, if they do lose again, they might have a chance at Blondie, Locks, and Clemson. Can I say that too? Blondie, Locks? Is that on your... Yeah, man, that one was good, man. But I may have the patent in that shit, man. I like that. I know, you are a Blondie Locks. You sure are. You got it going on. But again, Baltimore, off a big divisional win against the Brownies. Nice win against Dallas, but which they needed some sort of boost. Okay, just from the way they've been playing. So we know they could play that bad. But these teams, I mean, the Browns are looking better, but they have issues on D. I mean, this high-flying, big receivers, big running backs, and no D-backs, it's not going to cut it in the playoffs. Then Dallas, can't really say the most impressive wins. And Lamar, he looked back to form with those wheels of his. Now he's in a more comfortable spot with an easy at-home opponent, easy schedule left. They might find themselves doing a little daydreaming about the playoffs here. Just a little. I mean, I expect Coach Harbaugh to lay off the wheels of Lamar when you got the playoffs coming up. Yeah, easy game at home. You're not going to want to run him too much. And they're going to let this three-headed monster of a backfield take over. Which I think they still get the win here. But on a short week, easy opponent, you might catch them slipping a little bit early and have to rely on the wheels of Lamar later on. I think Ravens win, still maybe 11-point game, 31-20, and we still get the cover. Ravens, 6-14 ATS in the last 20 games as a home favorite. That's not a very good one. 5-12. Last 17 when playing on Sunday following a Monday night game. 1-4 ATS in the last 5 games following a straight-up win. Lock it up, Larry. Minshew and the Jaguars, plus 14. One more for you. We're going to go to the New England Patriots at Miami. Miami sitting -2. I'm really off the bat here. I struggled with this one. It's a love-hate for me. I just can't see Belichick losing this one. And I just say Belichick because he will find a way. But I think we as the odds makers too, we've grown accustomed to having the Patriots betting bias, right? Which was fine in the past. But they still have Old Bill at the helm. So yes, we do assume. But can we side with them here? I mean, this could be history. Miami pushed New England out of the playoffs once and for all? No. But they won't make the playoffs. I don't think they will. But we think a win here. I mean, the Patriots have only been to battle these. They win these battles of attrition, where they can just grind out their running game, defense, and special teams. I mean, I think this game screams that for Bill Belichick. They don't pass well, but that's the game plan that suggests the Dolphins' strength, right? To avoid anyways. You don't want to be passing on them anyways. They picked Mahomes 3 times last week. Cam Newton and the backs, I think they'll be called upon to just rush. And you know Belichick and his schemes against rookie quarterbacks. Who will likely, Tua, will be out. Wide receivers Devonta Parker, Grant, and tight end Mike Gesicki. And if Gesicki out, I think this spells trouble for Tua. This has been his saving grace, his savior under center. It really has. He's the guy to go to. He's out. They're in trouble. Dolphins, they won the 2019 regular season final in Foxborough, but they haven't won consecutive games against New England since winning in Week 15 of 2013 and Week 1, 2014. Listen, Brian Flores learned from Belichick, but again, the master, Mr. Bill, he makes a season sweep here to hold them alive. Because when their backs are against the wall, this is what they do. They're going to win. I mean, they've just been up and down. The game before, they crushed, who was it? And then they come back and they get killed. But Miami, everybody's loving them right now. I'm not in love with them yet. They're playing good football, but they're going to struggle here. But if that's it, Larry, those are picks. So we're going to lock that one up. New England getting 2 points at Miami. You got nothing to say? I'm your host, Lorenzo de Costa. This is Capper's Cave, free picks and shit. Check us out on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever you can find us. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook. Get the fucking app. No, really, if you want more picks, more plays, more fun. Have a good one. We're out.